What's up, fan? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy October 13th. At least it's not Friday the 13th. Okay, guys, let me get a drink of my raspberry Crystal Light. Let's say grace and let's talk. Dear God, bless us, free, bless this time in Jesus' name, amen. Okay. So I just uploaded a video that I shot yesterday. So hi to yesterday's video. You guys will see this video on Monday. That is a holiday for kids who don't have to go to school. And it's a federal holiday. Excuse me. So you guys are going to luck out with not having to go to school that day. So I'm happy for you guys. So anyways, your boy is miserable. Why do I feel like this is just so big? Like, what the hell? Anyways, so are we having hash and potatoes and cheese? Let me show you up close. That's what it looks like. Guys. Okay. I want to tell you something. Wendy's came out with the Krabby Patty. I want to try it so bad. I don't know why they haven't done this almost however many years ago when, because SpongeBob is old. So, I'm hoping it's not seasonal. I'm hoping that I'll get to try it next time I get paid. So I can try it because I want to do a video on it and tell you guys what I think about the Krabby Patty. So I'll let you know. But anyways. Pray for me, guys. I have an appointment on this coming Thursday, October 17th. It's for the 2 lumps that are on my leg. They call it lipoma, but the doctor said that it's not lipoma because if it was lipoma and we popped it, fluid would have just came out, not pus like pus did. I'm sorry, TMI, for anyone who's eating and I'm talking about pus. I'm sorry. But so he said that it's not a lipoma. He thinks what it could be is it could be a cyst or it could be a hernia for my belly. And I was like, I didn't even know hernias can grow that big. He said, yeah, I've seen some big cases. So I'm like, okay. Then over here I have a wheat bun. Because I know a lot of people don't think I'm trying to be healthy, but I am. I'm sorry to mushroom coffee. That just was not it for me. It was not it for me at all. So I'm giving the pack to Jama. And the video that I'm talking today, guys, that I'm posting today is actually Sunday. But you guys will see this on Monday the 14th. So in my video, I'm a little pissed at my son. I don't know why. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it is what it is. I think my problem, what I done to, and you guys called this. You guys called this. You guys called this. You guys called this. You guys said I spoil him too much, and that is true. I do. So, Angel, if you see this, no more of me spoiling you. Nope. Because all it does is make you meaner, and you demand stuff, and you shouldn't be demanding stuff. And you become very selfish, like it's owned to you, like I owe it to you. Sorry. I had a lot of burps all night last night. I was up all night. I couldn't burp. It's from GERD's disease. But anyways, so yeah, I came up to it. I just came up with my, I thought about it with my, I don't know why I'm stuttering. I told myself that no matter if him crying, whining, doing his manipulation that he does, no is no. I'm trying to pay off a cruise. I want to get my cruise paid off. He doesn't need something every single month all the time like he thinks he does. He does not. Guys, do me a favor. Do me a favor. Hold on. Do me a favor. Give me a favor. Okay. So, do me a favor, guys. I'm going to spell you this YouTube channel. Please go give them a subscribe, okay? So, the YouTube channel, I'm going to spell it out to you guys, okay? It's called, it's a capital FOUNDATIONS space OF, and then it's capital FAITH. That is my mom and dad's YouTube channel. So please, they're trying to share the gospel. They're trying to tell people about God. They're teaching a believer's class to high school kids in a very bad part of Florida, where these kids have, drug addict parents, prostitution parents. They just have no guidance. Their grandparents are taking care of them, or their grandmother, and some of them sleep in cars with 8 people in the car. Some of them want to do something with their life, but they just were handed a really, 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 really hard life. So, go subscribe to my parents' channel. They only have 1 subscriber. That is me. I'm their 1 subscriber. But please, I'm going to try to link it below if I can. Please go subscribe to their channel because they would appreciate that a lot. I'm still trying to convince my mom to come on my channel and do a video with me, but I don't know. She doesn't know how to do it yet, or doesn't want to do it, or whatever it is. So she wants to go check out my channel first because she knows that I'm nationwide. And I'm like, oh crap, what if I said in some of my earlier videos? Because I know that will start a whole war. So I decided, you know what? They can grow their channel on their own. I'm not going to help them with it. It's their decision. So anyway, getting back to my son, who I love and adore, and he's everything to me. But I need to stop spoiling him because all it's doing is turning him into a brat, and he's titled and he demands stuff. It'd be one thing. I'll use this as an example. It would be one thing if he stayed out of trouble, was not mouthy, was not rude to his nana, was not rude to me, was not in trouble, did good in school, and all he wanted was just like small little things. Like, hey, Dad, I need some new clothes. Hey, Dad, I need some shoes. Hey, Dad, I want to get something to eat. That is fine. But when you want a lot of money for stupid things that make no sense to me, it's like, nah. And then if I was working, it wouldn't matter to me either. It would just be like, okay, cool. But even if I was working, he would still be on a budget. For his age group, I think most 15-year-olds, they get an allowance, and their allowance is like, I want to say probably like $300, $350 maybe, or a little bit lower, just depending on what they're buying. Most 15-year-olds that I think of, and I see in some of my cousins, is their biggest thing that they spend money on is Fortnite. That's all they care about is Fortnite, streaming, Twitch, needing all these different things for their people on Fortnite. I mean, that's really all they care about. Or Roblox. He was like that in the beginning. I didn't mind spending like $20 on some different stuff for his Roblox. That didn't bother me. That was whatever. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, it makes him happy. We're not in the same house. So that's what keeps him distracted. I'm okay with that. But then it was like, ask for more, ask for more, ask for more. I literally just bought him school clothes back in, I want to say, July. July, I bought him school clothes. And it was a lot of school clothes. I forget how much it came out to. I think it was like $800. It was expensive. Did he appreciate it? Not really, because he got in trouble in school. So not really. Um, and listen, I'm the type of dad. Okay, I'm not saying I do the best job, but I try to raise my child different how I was raised, right? I want him to be heard, seen. I want him to feel like it's okay to have emotions. I don't like these parents that tells their child, don't cry, don't do this, that's not a man. Like, I hate that crap. Allow your child to have emotions. Allow your child to show you that they're scared. Allow your child to feel safe to tell you anything. If you put a wall up, oh my God, why am I so many burps? If you put a wall up where they're so afraid to tell you anything, then when some crap goes down, you're like, dang, I didn't even know that they were into that, or I didn't know that this happened, or I didn't know who they were talking to. It's because they never could trust you. They told their auntie, they told their grandparents, they told their cousins, they told their best friend's parents. Like, everyone else knows, their girlfriend knows, because they just were never that close to you. So when I was growing up, I felt like I was growing up by a single mother, basically. Even though my father was there, but he was working so much and was gone sometimes 6 months out of the year. We would barely see him, right? I never told my mom anything because she put this wall up where we just didn't feel safe to tell her stuff, because you would always be judged or something. So I remember going to my best friend William's mother, who was like a second mom to me, or other people's mothers, and my mom would get jealous because she's like, why are you so close to all these people? You don't have any loyalty to your family. And I'm like, yes, I do, but I talk to the people that I trust. Well, I always said if God gave me a kid, right? But one, I want the person to feel safe, that they can tell me anything. Two, I want the child to feel like he doesn't have to keep secrets, or she or he, whatever it was, didn't have to keep secrets from me. Because I know like society says that you should not be your child's best friend, but I feel like you can do both. I really feel like you can do both. I feel like you can have limits where like you're their best friend, but then when they're gutting out a line or they're doing something bad, you can say, hey. And then when they know that voice, they're like, oh, this is not funny anymore. Okay, I'm sorry, Dad, or I'm sorry, Mom. Like with my son, he knows that. Like there's moments where we'll joke around, we'll have so much fun, but then I'll be like, listen, you need to obey, or you need to do this. And then it's like, okay, I'm sorry, and stuff like that. Like there's ways to do both. You don't have to. Maybe that's not good parenting. I don't know. I just don't feel like a child should have to be so afraid to do anything in life because of their upbringing. I don't think that that's fair. I really don't. I really do not think that that was fair. Because I was so scared to tell my parents anything. I kept so much stuff in, guys, until I was like, what, 20, 21, 22? A lot of stuff started coming out. So like my whole childhood up until I was like 21, stuff hit the fan, And with my son, who right now we're not really talking because he's all about his girlfriend and sleeping, and that's fine. I know that's normal. But I don't want him. I don't know. I'm torn when I say that because it's like I already did damage when I left 10 years ago. Like that really screwed him up. Like I see it and I hate that. I hate that so much because me being adopted and feeling abandoned, I basically did the same thing to my child. So that like kills me so much because I used to say way before I even got with his mother, way before I even was like, even wanting to date. I was a young kid, like, I'm going to say like 9 or 10. I was like, I will never, ever, ever, ever leave my child. Ever. That's what I told myself. Ever. And then look what I did. But what I'm trying to help him understand is, and shout out to you, Nana, is I didn't leave him in the sake like, I disappeared and had no communication with him. His Nana, as she explained to me all these years later, 10 years later, she was trying to cut him off from all of his mother's bad people that were around her, right? She didn't know that me and him were super, super close. I don't know how she didn't know that because everyone was telling her. But anyways, so it's not that she thought I was bad. It's just she was trying to like cut off every person that had to do with his mother to just get him to focus, right? But she didn't know how close we were until now. Because she wasn't around when it was the three of us, me, him, who was the baby, and then his mother, who was my girlfriend. She didn't know that we were like the three musketeers. We were always together. We always did stuff together. She didn't know that. So when I left in he says it was 10 years ago. I think I left 2015 because I remember my grandma was sick. I was emotional. She wasn't listening to me. I think that's when I left. But he says I left before that. In 2014, I left. I'm like, I don't believe that. But okay, it is what it is. Even though I have pictures to prove it, but okay. But I didn't know. And this is why, this is going to be a long video, guys, but you guys love a long video. This is why when a man or a woman dates a person with a child, right? A child or whatever the situation is, right? And they're not like an evil stepmother or evil stepfather or evil girlfriend or evil boyfriend to the child. And the child has no father in the picture or mother. And then that child gets super, super close with the boyfriend or girlfriend, depending on what the situation is and what you're attracted to. When you break up from that person, it's hard to break up from that child because that child, like, one has bonded, especially if you've been there from the day the child was born and you played the dad or the mom from the day the child was born. The time that you and the father or mother, whatever the situation was, break up, that child is left like, what the? And so in my situation, as my son has told me now that I'm 35 and he's 15, and we didn't really talk about it before, but he says that I damaged him so badly because I was there. I played dad. And then one day I'm just not there. And now, like, I can see how that can mess you up mentally, right? But as society has shown us nowadays, children remember everything. So when people think, oh, they're not going to remember that, they're not going to remember their first birthday party, they're not going to, bull crap, because I remember all my stuff. And he says he remembers. He remembers me holding him, because he used to always fall asleep on my chest when he was a baby. He remembers me holding him, and we were sitting in the front yard, and it was super, super cold, one of the first cold winters in Florida, or whatever you want to call it. And I pinky promised that I would never leave him, right? That was like our thing. So I said, I will never leave you. And he was like, he had to be like 2 or 3 or whatever, but he did the pinky promise. And he was just starting to talk. And he was actually starting to call me dad at the time. He was starting to call me dad. When I left, because that's what 3-year-olds say. They say dada, mama, whatever. Papa, Grammy, whatever they can form out of their mouth, right? So he started saying that occasionally. Then he would just say Uncle Matt, or he would just say it whenever, right? So I was just like, I'll let him call me whatever he wants to call me as he gets older. And I said, I'm not going to change that. So anyways, I pinky promised him that. And then he says that I left a year later or something like that. I don't remember when I left. I just had so much crap going on in my head. My grandma was dying. We didn't know how long she was going to live. My brother was here visiting, the one that died. And he was just like, this is not a good situation. You need to get out of it. And there was a lot of stuff going on. But he says he remembers that. He remembers that I broke my promise. And he remembers that I left and how it destroyed his life from whatever age I left to 13 when we found each other again. But see, in my head, in my little messed up brain that is up here, I thought, and it kind of worked out too. I posted pictures and messages and different stuff on my Facebook and Instagram every single year for his birthday. I would message his Nana and be like, hey, how's he doing? Da, 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 da. And she's like, he's good. I'm like, he probably doesn't even remember me. And then she's like, yes, he knows who you are. He asked about you sometimes. And then to come to find out, him and my ex were watching my YouTube videos, and I used to talk a lot of crap about her. I feel bad now. But they were watching my YouTube videos, and he was like one of my first fans because that was the only way that he got to see me, was through YouTube. And for whatever reason, I always dreamed, the way that I thought I would come back into his life was, I always dreamed that he would bump into me at a store, right? Kind of like a movie scene, but not really a movie scene. He'd bump into me at the store or hear my last name or something and be like, wait, I know that name. Like, just be going in his head and then be looking at my face, but like, I wouldn't even know who he is, right? Because I haven't seen him in who knows how many years. And he would be like, say whatever he would call me, Uncle Matt, whatever he would say, something like that. It's me, da 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 da. And then I would be like, shit, like, dude, damn, he remembers me or something like that. Like, whatever in my head like that, right? And then, but he would be in his 20s, so that would have made me in my 40s. But it made me think that, like, he would be so angry. Like we would go meet for coffee, meet for drinks, whatever we would have done. And he would have just, like, went in on me, like, why the da-da-da-da-da-da, and be really pissed off and be like, I needed you and you weren't there. And this is what happened in my life. Kind of like what's going on right now anyways. And then my other dream that I had, not really a dream, but what I was thinking about when I would see my brother with his sons and everybody with children and wanting my own child and being like, God, is that even in the cards for me? Is it because of my disability? Is it because of my size? Like what? Like, is it just not in the cards for me? Even though I've seen people with Down syndrome have children. So I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. I ain't that severe. So I'm like, wait. But anyways, my other dream was I'd be in the grocery store. Again, it was always a grocery store. And I would see his Nana. I'd be in the grocery store going down the aisle. He would see me because he was still a baby. He was like 4 or 5 at the time, right? So he would see me run up, give me a hug. I would not know who's hugging me, who's touching me, whatever. And I would like bend down, pick him up, give him like the biggest hug. And then his Nana would be like, yeah, he's been asking about you since you left, da 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 da. And then we would just like reconnect there, right? And then I would still get to raise him. But hey, I didn't know social media was going to bring him back to me. I didn't know that at all. I didn't even know he was watching my social media because he actually hit me up. It was funny because, and I think I've told this story and I need to stop because we're already at 22 minutes. I remember this story so well, and I don't know if he knows this, and he says he does, but I remember I was sitting, I'll never forget, because this is like kind of when my life changed for the good and sometimes for the bad. But anyways, because I don't think that I'm a good dad at all. I think I'm not a good parent right now. I think I have so much issues in my life. I was like, that's why God hasn't bring me no biological child, because God's like, Matthew, you got to work through your crap first. But anyways, I'll never forget. I was sitting in my grandpa's room with the granny nanny, who Vanita. Shout out to you, Vanita, and your son. They were like, she would always come, and we bonded very quickly. So we would watch General Hospital, and we would watch a bunch of Lifetime movies and stuff that we would find on demand or whatever, and we'd order some food and eat, right? And my grandpa would be over there asleep. And this is where my parents would be traveling like a lot, right? Because the nanny was there to take care, and my aunt would be working. So anyways, and she would leave at 3 to go pick up her son. So I remember like I woke up, and then I don't usually check my DMs on Instagram, right? Because I always get, for whatever reason, I always have these freaking nasty people sending me messages of like content that I can't even say on YouTube that I don't want to see, that I've never even subscribed for, nothing. They just randomly send it to you on Instagram. And it's probably bots or scammers or whatever, right? Trying to trick men in that way. But anyways, so I don't really check my DMs because that's what I was always getting. So I see this person come across and said, Angel. I'm like, wait, okay, cool. And it says, hi, Angel. Or no, it says, hi, Matt. He didn't even say uncle. He just said, hi, Matt. It's me, Angel. And I was like, wait a minute. In my head, I'm like, okay, is this a fan or a troll trying to troll me, right? To try to mess with my head, because I would mention my son on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok all the time. and post about him. I post about him a lot on TikTok because I was missing him. Like, of course, you raise a child from a baby, basically from when he's born. And people would always be like, what happened to your son? Because I'd be like, I miss you. And I'm like, nothing. Like, people thought he died. I'm like, nothing. I just don't talk to him. So people are like, oh, okay. So anyways, oh my God, these are my headphones. I was like, what is it? I thought I had a necklace on. I look like I'm a robot. So anyways, I was like, hi, how are you doing? And then I'm like, which angel is this? And then he said, he said his mother's name. And I was like, in my head, I still thought it was a troll. I was like, wait, did I mention her name on YouTube? And then he said something like, duh, Corey's son. I was like, oh shit, okay, maybe this is him. Like, it just the attitude. I was like, yes. And then we just started talking back and forth, back and forth. So then I asked his Nana's permission because remember, I'm an adult, he's a kid. I was like, I ain't trying to be set up. I ain't trying to be in trouble, nothing like that. So I messaged her and I said, is it okay for me to talk to Angel? And she said, yeah, he asked my permission first. And I told him, go ahead, because I knew that you're a good person. So I was like, okay. So then we just talked the rest of that year. And then my grandpa passed. Then his mom passed. Because we just started talking right before his mom passed. And then I remember him messaging me that morning that Corey died. And I fell apart. I just fell apart. Because literally it was a month apart from when my grandpa died. I fell apart. And then his Nana called me. And we talked about it. And then I called her, his Nana's sister. So it would have been Corey's aunt. We cried together on the phone. And then I talked to Angel. And Angel was just like, just very quiet. I don't remember if he cried when he told me on the phone. I just know that came later. I think we both cried. Then my mom cried because my mom tried to help his mom a lot. And she just felt like she kept getting fight. Like she cried. And then, anyways, I don't want to talk about that because I can get so emotional right now, even with my brother's death. But yeah, guys, raising a teenager is not fun. I've only raised from, like I told you, from brand new baby all the way up until about 12. Raising a teenager is not fun. So if you have a teenage boy or a teenage girl, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine a teenage girl. Oh my God, dude, their emotions are so bad because of all the other stuff that's going on. Ugh. Thank you, God, for a boy, because I don't know. Like, yeah, that's got to be even hard, especially for like a single dad that doesn't know all that stuff. And not to be weird or anything, but like, I'm so thankful that God made me grow up with my sisters because I know all that stuff already. So it's like, it won't be weird to me, because I grew up with sisters. But I think if I would have grown up with nothing but brothers, then I'd been like, what the hell? What does that mean? And my mom told me and my brother about a lot of stuff because they were like, if you ever have a girlfriend or ever have a daughter and this is happening, this is what they need, and just be patient with them. So that's how my mom taught us. But I'm going to get off, guys. We're at almost a 30-minute video. I'm so sorry. I've been rambling. Comment below if you guys like these type of videos. I just want to talk. And I might be starting a radio show, guys. So let's see. I know I have a lot of dreams. And I'm praying that God will open them soon, soon, soon. He didn't really open his social media. I didn't blow up as big as I wanted to be. But it's okay. I'm almost 7 years in, or 8 years in next May. So we'll see. But make sure to like and subscribe. Watch today's video, guys. You will see this tomorrow on Monday, October 14th. There's no school, so you guys can watch it. Comment below. Let me know what you think. And I love you guys. And I was going to say comment, tell Angel to be a good kid, but don't do that. Because he doesn't even watch my videos, so it doesn't matter. All right, I love you guys. Bye.